Warning, the following content is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Can we go out?
Because the hit. Yeah, hey, yeah.
Cut that. But save it.
You ever bomb? You ever like go to tell a joke and it's just like either the delivery or like you misread the room,
or they just don't get it,
it's
just a reference that they don't get. And you're just like,
how do you come back? I haven't figured out the way to properly come back from bombing.
You have to keep it rolling. So like if you bomb and no one says anything, that you change the topic.
You change it. What do you think is crazier? The fact that Ray survived the Rapture, or the once again debate that's going on about the Super Bowl announcement?
I did feel like this is my 5th or 6th Rapture I've survived.
Because it is.
Yeah. So
this dates back to millennium.
Yeah. So
millennial.
Yeah. The Super Bowl thing is just racism. That's all it is.
Oh, it is. But every year there's a controversy being like...
But that's what I'm saying. Every year it's something. When they said it was Rihanna, they weren't happy with Rihanna either.
No, because like, what is she going to do? Yeah, she doesn't have any hits.
She hasn't sang in 7 years.
Yeah.
No album. Whatever. Kendrick. What? Kendrick. I don't know. Why is he bringing the beef to this?
Exactly.
Blah, blah. And then now it's Bad Bunny. And it's like...
No, but this is the most, in my opinion, the racism is just up front.
Yeah, because they don't have no reason. There's no rhyme or reason. I can see the argument with people are saying I don't maybe Kendrick's playing this out too much, like he's bringing his beef to the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. People felt like it was overhyped because of everything that was happening.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny is a consistent artist who has a very big fan base.
He's the most streamed artist for like 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
In the world.
So why wouldn't you want them there?
Why wouldn't you?
That's a market that the NFL I think would want to tap into.
Oh, dude, the NFL has in recent years has tried to go outside of America, and people don't know that.
The Vikings have played 2 games overseas. Their last 2 games.
Yeah,
first one in Ireland. This last one was in the UK.
And then people are like, "No, it's American." You're like, "No, it's not. No. This corporation does not give a fuck about your beliefs. The only color they see is green." Who do you think is the best Super Bowl performance in your opinion? Do you have one?
In my opinion,
in your
like the best one I can objectively say.
Sure.
Usher was pretty good.
You think so?
Usher was good. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm trying not to be biased. I enjoyed the Kendrick one, but I don't think it was like. I think it was great, but I know objectively maybe it might not even crack some people's top 5.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm trying to think. Honestly, this I don't even know if it's the best. One of the tops for sure, top 3 is when Dr. Dre was there, because of what he brought out. It was Dre, 50, Eminem, Kendrick. Like
Ice Cube was supposed to come out too.
Yeah, Anderson .Paak was there doing some stuff.
He sneaked his way into that.
I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So.
No, that one was cool. That one was goated. Not gonna lie.
All of the iconic ones were kind of hard because I was younger.
Yeah,
like the Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake one.
That would have been cool to see live.
I saw it live, but I don't really remember it. Like I don't really, at that time I didn't care for.
I was too young.
Yeah, I didn't care for the shows as much. I wanted the game.
Oh.
Now I can enjoy where I was like, the commercials are cool because I just want to see trailers or whatever. But yeah, I didn't care. So. I don't know. I don't really have too many that I can think of off the top. I'd have to really dig deep.
The Dr. Dre one was cool for me. Yeah. I also like the Coldplay one.
Okay.
It was a memorable one for me.
Yeah.
I think one of the more disappointing ones, in my opinion, was The Weeknd. I was kind of expecting a little bit more.
When was that? Was that the year?
2020.
Oh yeah, that was the year. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was a bit underwhelming. I understand why, but at least bring one guest out. Yeah. It was just him throughout.
I'm really surprised Drake's never done it.
Hasn't he said no?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm really surprised he's never done it. Like I'm really surprised that he never did that.
I'm surprised Chris Brown hasn't done it.
No, because he got blackballed or he got blacklisted.
Did he?
Yeah, after beating the brakes off of Rihanna. What do you
I
mean?
mean, how long has that been, bro?
But what I'm saying
And you're
is,
telling me that friggin' Dre and everybody haven't done worse shit than that?
what I'm saying is, the era that he would have been eligible to do it is when he got blacklisted, and then once you get to now, he's older. It's different. Like it's just
You don't think he would kill it now?
maybe.
I think so.
But his you got to remember, man, your rep. If it doesn't matter, Like I may, I as a fan may say, oh, it's whatever, it's in the past. But like corporations could you imagine what they'd say now if like people are just Bad Bunny doesn't have anything like really that they're complaining about, and they're finding something. They would say the same shit right now. They'd be like,
are you saying that Chris Brown he's not as much of a draw to take on like the whole PR thing?
nah, it's too much.
I could agree.
It's too much.
I could agree because at least Bad Bunny, you like him right, he's gonna draw.
Yeah.
That the performance is gonna be seen. It's gonna break some numbers. But anyways, how have you been since our last? Because it's been a little bit. Do you have another viral video go off?
I have a help. It's nothing. Depends what your definition of viral is.
Something that's like picked up some traction.
I've had a couple. I have a video, a tutorial video when I bricked my fucking computer. When I fixed it, I thought, okay, maybe I can help people just in case they make the same mistake. So I put out a video.
Matt has his toes in every single market or genre that you can think of. Next week he's gonna be doing a cooking show.
Yeah, I'm just seeing what sticks. That's all. And then I did like an informative. My Charlie Kirk videos have been doing pretty well.
Have they?
Yeah, those ones have for some reason. I'm using all types of normal sounds, I'm trying to fit in like the creator crowd,
Yeah.
Other than that, this past weekend, actually, yesterday, I'm so excited. I got to go to see Spider-Man 2.1 in theaters.
2.1?
Yes, the director's cut.
Oh.
They were showing it a special screening. They were doing it Friday was Spider-Man 1, yesterday was Spider-Man 2, today was Spider-Man 3. But it was only at 2 select theaters, AMC theaters. One on 99th and whatever, Peoria, I don't know where the fuck. And then the other one, the Biltmore. Fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, it was expensive.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was fun. It was cool. The last time I technically saw that in theaters, I was in 4th grade.
My mom has told me that she took me to see Spider-Man 2. And I don't believe her. I feel like it's one of those lies because I'm too young for me to know.
That came out 2004.
Yeah, I would have been like
3.
So she told me that she took me to see it.
Unless she's talking about the Andrew Garfield one, which is technically Spider-Man 2.
No.
It's just that's technically Spider-Man 2. So she wouldn't be lying if that was the case. Or maybe she's lying on the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Maybe she's like lying, but she's thinking about the Amazing Spider-Man.
So she's not lying.
No, but like she didn't take you. She just thinks she took you to that one.
Yeah.
Because that one would fit up in your timeline a little bit more than this other one. You'd be 3.
No, she told me that she took me when I was 3.
Why? I'm just against taking babies to movies.
Oh, me too, dude.
It's
such not theater etiquette. Are you kidding me? They're gonna cry.
And it's like, this is just a broader thing. Like when people take, I don't know. I don't want to say this because I'm gonna like do this as an adult or as a parent, and then it's just gonna be.
No, say it so we can clip it.
I just clip it. I just don't understand why people force their babies to be in things like that. Like people taking their babies to
like pageant
Vegas,
shows? Oh,
or to Disneyland. Like they're fucking 8-month-old. Like I don't know. That's for you, right? Not for the baby.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
But it's still a
Disneyland I can excuse because it's hard to find a sitter or someone that's gonna watch the kid. But like a movie, dude, you tell me you can't get someone to watch your kid for a 2 hours.
Just leave them in the car.
That during the winter it'll be fine, man.
Crack the window.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Put on Gabby's Dollhouse.
Yeah, all the iPad babies. Leave some macaroni in there.
There you go. Just sprinkle some trail mix in the thing. They'll get it somewhere.
Yeah.
No, I've had conversations like that though. But to the movies, yeah, I don't get it. I've had like screaming babies in the movie, and I'm like, why the fuck are you there?
Why are you there? Restaurants, like restaurants, like
sit down.
Yeah,
like
why?
Yeah,
why?
I don't know. I don't want to be a hater because like if I have a kid and I gotta take him, you gotta take him. But
Find somebody.
Fuck. I know.
Find somebody.
I just don't go. I guess.
Jesus, the last thing I want to be is like my parents, where they have no friends.
Yeah.
Like nobody.
Oh, sounds like me right now.
You're my parent.
Yes, and you're
you
no
have
friends.
And the no friends.
And the no friends. So I saw Spider-Man, and it was great. It brought me back to that moment where I saw that movie in theaters with my mom. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a nice, heartwarming, thing to experience again. And it was the 2.1, so it had the extended scenes. I was able to distinguish stuff that wasn't in the actual movie, just because it just had longer conversations. And honestly, those things make the movie better.
Do they?
Yeah, like the director's cut is cool, or the studio cut is cool, whatever they release. But those scenes add just little flavors of like character.
Yeah,
it's nice.
This is what. Cool. Yeah, you like. It's it's what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, kind of how the director wanted it. So it was really nice. So we saw Spider-Man. So that was cool. That was the highlight of my weekend.
Saying the movie that you've seen
1,000 times. Yeah. I'm out quoting it word for word. I know exactly. I'm like, watch this. And she's
like, I've seen it too.
I've seen it. I know. I'm like, wait, but you ain't seen this though. This is 2.1.
We saw it last week.
3 extra words in that sentence right there. So, speaking of Spider-Man, goated trilogy, you would say, right?
Yes.
Right? Like good trilogy. I mean, 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, it holds up.
I think 3 gets a lot of hate that it shouldn't. It's not the best movie in the bunch, but I don't think it's as bad as they made it seem. Right? So, I wanted to do a blind ranking.
Okay.
But a blind ranking with a twist. Right?
Matt, there's already a twist.
Right? Okay. So, this one is called, this is a blind ranking, but what we're doing is we're keeping 3, getting rid of 5.
Okay.
Keeping 3, getting rid of 5, blind ranking. So I'm going to read you the list, and you're going to let me know if you're going to keep it or not.
Out of how many?
8. It's just going to be 8.
8?
Keeping 3, getting rid of 5.
Blind?
Yes. So you get to pick 3. You get to keep them. And then we'll see how far down the list you want to go.
Oh, God.
Okay, so.
Oh, God.
So the first one, The Lord of the Rings. Oh, by the way, these are movie. So the topic is movie trilogies, by the way. So blind ranking movie trilogies, right? Now, the first one is The Lord of the Rings trilogy. The first one, not The Hobbit.
I don't want to keep that.
No?
No.
Okay.
Throw it away.
The second one, the Dark Knight trilogy, the Nolan verse. You keep it?
That begins Dark Knight and Rises?
Yes.
I have to. We have to keep it. We have to keep. That changed the game.
Yeah, that was.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it did.
No,
it
did.
It did. Yeah, it's classic. Okay. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy.
Dude.
1, 2, and 3.
Dude, can I keep two superhero trilogies in out of 3? I have to.
Yeah.
No, I have to. I have to. I have to.
Okay, two down. Okay. Next is Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2.
That's not a trilogy.
Well, these are just franchises.
Oh.
These are movie franchises. Some of these got 4, some of these got 2. Movie franchises.
1 is better. Or is it 2 that's better? One of them is better.
1 is the best one, I think. But you don't know what else you got left?
No.
Okay, next one. The Rush Hour trilogy.
Shit.
Shit. You still have...
Okay.
3.
Hear me out. 1 is good. 1 is amazing.
Okay.
2 is all right.
I think 2 is the best.
You'd say so?
Yes.
I flip-flop between 1 and 2. 3, you lose me at 3. It's like Men in Black. Unless you have Men in Black.
You won't know.
No, bro, I can't. I want to hear them. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it.
All right. Next one, the Avatar. So Avatar, like
yeah, the blue man group.
Yeah. 1, 2, and 3.
Well, the third one hasn't come out.
Oh yeah, 1 and 2.
I'm gonna be honest, and this is my hot take. I think the only good thing that they have going for them is their advancements in like CGI
for the time
and for the time.
Because now I'm not saying it doesn't look great now, but it looks the same.
No, I think
Like, it looks better, but the same.
dude, the thing that they do with water physics,
Yeah.
That whole engine that they build revolutionized. But the thing is about Avatar is that I think that the studio uses the making of these movies for a reason to make these engines so they can like distribute it and other studios can use
showcase,
it.
Showcase, because that's essentially what you do.
Literally.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave it because I don't think the story is that groundbreaking itself.
Okay, perfect. Star Wars. Let's go.
The original trilogy.
Yeah, let's do the original.
Ah, shit.
Cause you got one more.
No, dude, you have to take it. A New Hope,
Empire Strikes
Back, and Return of the Jedi. I can leave. No, I can't. No, I can't. No, I have to. I have to take it. But what's the last one?
The last one was the Toy Story series.
Oh, fuck! God damn it!
That's what you left on the table.
Oh man.
I don't agree. It's hard. I gave you some hard ones because the Dark Knight, I personally probably wouldn't pick the Dark Knight if I knew what the options were, obviously. I would pick Rush Hour, Lord of the Rings. I think Lord of the Rings is, they're just masterclass in like movies.
Yeah, I've never.
They're great.
I haven't.
The first ones are great.
They're too long for me.
Yeah, they're great. I'm just more of a Lord of the Rings person than Harry Potter. Harry Potter's like uncool, nerdy.
Sure.
Lord of the Rings at least has swords and monsters.
Elves.
Yeah. Yeah.
And shit.
Yeah. Pointy ears.
Schmeagle.
Yeah.
Rings.
Yeah. Smog.
Yeah.
Lords.
And
rings and stuff.
And shit. That fucking mountain and shit.
Yeah. Gandalf the White.
Is that Gandalf? Gandalf and what's the other guy from Harry Potter? They're the same person.
Saruman.
Nope. That's not right.
Frodo?
No, that's still Lord of the Rings.
Who are you talking about?
From Harry Potter. Dumbledore. That's
Dumbledore.
his fucking name.
I thought you were talking about this. I thought you were talking about the same movie. Okay. But that was our blind rankings, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know if you agree with Angel's list.
Yeah. Bro, can we talk about how you took home the cake 2 drafts in a row, 2 episodes in a row?
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you guys, but I do. I honestly think that I would have picked my pick.
I just think you had too much T-Pain.
That's not a problem.
That's not a problem.
When has that sentence ever been factual?
I don't know. Maybe sometime in 2014. But I just feel like you didn't encapsulate the heart of the 2000s it was.
I think that you just know your audience better. You cater to them.
I lived it. I lived.
I did too.
Not when I lived through. By the time I was in 2000, I was 6. So I was a little bit more conscious of the pop culture that was going around. So I knew how big Eminem was. You don't remember? Like, he was everywhere. So for you to be like, oh, Lose Yourself, man, that was very big to a lot of people. So yes, I do know my demographic because I was there. Your list was good as a bop list. Like, your list might actually be a better vibe list, but it did not encapsulate the 2000s. You see what I'm saying? If it was like, who had the better vibe list? Yeah, of course. T-Pain's fire.
All right, moving on because I got mad at how much sense that was. Anyways, on to our main topic because we're gonna get into this early because oh boy do we have to talk about it. Matt, recently in the news, we're literally on it, but recently we've all heard the name David, or as you've called him, D4vd, right? Seemingly he just appeared on our TikToks, on our YouTube algorithms and stuff, and he has not left because of the shit that we're about to talk to.
Yeah.
But before we can actually talk about the whole case, we have to go back to the beginning, back to where it all started, Matt. On March 28th, 2005, David Anthony Burke was born in Queens, New York, to a Christian valued mother and a father. Queens was not the home to the Burke family for long, as a promotion opportunity arose for Father David Burke Sr., as he was the lead attorney manager for a number of high-class level law firms. And at the time, they were looking for expansion. And so, after determining that Queens was no place, or actually wasn't the safest place to raise a family, David and his parents made the long move to Houston, Texas.
Damn.
Right? Growing up as a Christian valued Texan, David's early life was restrictive. The Burke household followed a faith/gospel music and media method to keep up with their values, and they very rarely strayed away from that. But all David needed was one. Because at the age of 5,
I tried. I didn't know what to say. I was just hoping you powered through it.
Oh, dude. Dude, out of the corner of my eye, that was the quickest sneeze. Okay, because at the age of 5,
Sorry.
No, we're good. Because at the age of 5, David Burke Sr. came home with a library rental of the hit anime show Dragon Ball, so that in his words, little David can watch some little bit of cartoon whenever he has behaved. This single DVD mat sparked an obsession, and soon David was begging to watch animes that were airing at the time, such as Naruto and Bleach.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of those?
Yeah, Bleach. Bleach was on late night sometimes.
Yeah.
It was nice.
But, I mean, of course, he never said that he wanted to watch those shows or anime itself. He always masked it as watching, hey, can I watch Cartoon Network? And that's how his parents let him watch it, obviously, because they didn't know better. And this was David's life, David's happy place for a while, until the biggest change till that point came, when David's parents took it upon themselves to educate their own son within the parameters of their own home. Or in other words, David only had 7 years of public school to his name, because when the 7th grade came around, school was in session at the Burke household, which in that sense, I don't think it was the biggest deal to David at the time, because he was never really the type of kid to like want or really make any friends or relationship. He always kind of felt like alone and isolated. It was kind of the kid in the back of the room that you really didn't know was part of your class until the teacher called him out or something.
Yeah.
You know? And so a new page was turned, because this was now David's new life. Being at home for school and, well, being at home for home. And that little anime obsession from earlier, it didn't stop. It came to a point where David discovered that the internet held more than just the answers to his homework. Anime pirating sites were a world opener for David, and soon he went from a kid being obsessed with anime to just a regular kid on the internet. Now, Matt, just give me your best gander. What do you think around this time a kid that has been relatively suppressed opening the can of worms that is the Wild West of the internet at that time? How do you think that looks like?
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Or just weird.
What would you do?
Well, because we were like, the internet was like that for us. Now I think we were relatively normal kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even with us being, I guess, normal, the internet was a Wild West. There was no regulations. You could find almost anything you wanted on there, especially at that. Well, what time was this?
This had to be like, I mean, he was only like 11.
Yeah.
So it had to be like 2011, 2012.
Yeah, the internet was still kind of regulating it, or barely getting regulated.
It was barely on its regulating stages, you know?
Yeah, so I could see how that would be weird, or how it can maybe what's the word I'm looking for? How it can influence someone who's really not very social, who may have some type of social what am I looking for? Like some type of social issues, like maybe friends talking to people.
Or restrictions, because like that's the thing about being restricted so much, is that you kind of lose that ability to develop in
that's what I'm saying.
in some kind of way, whether that's socially, whether that's within yourself. That's why it's so dangerous when a restricted person that's lived what it seems like a bubble, and this is the life as they knew, and you start to discover more, it can get dangerous pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Well, like you mentioned, Matt, At the age of 13, little David was in the wild west of the internet. Mm-hmm. But it didn't get weird. Not yet. After scratching his anime itch, there was something else that made David feel incredibly happy from a young age. Music. It was like the sound quite literally spoke to him. But ironically, gospel music can only really say so much.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
there's only so many times you can ask Jesus to be inside you, you know?
Yeah.
So.
And then you start saying it backwards, and you're like,
yeah. Then you're trying to be inside Jesus, and it
just gets real murky and then and repetitive. With that, David searches on the internet music, and as it often does, it started with YouTube. David was watching the music videos to the songs he had heard in passing. But after a while, at the time, 2010s, although I love the era, a lot of the music did sound the same.
Yeah.
At least in his gospel, sure, they're saying the same things, but they're saying it in a different way.
Yeah, there's Christian rap, Christian rock, Christian R&B.
Yeah.
There's just the gospel.
Yeah.
And,
so you can only get away with so much, especially in this era, which was just pop, basically.
Yeah.
So that really didn't do it for him. But he kept digging. He digged so far that he got to the underground, Matt.
Oh, shit. SoundCloud.
Yeah. 13-year-old David was one of the early adopters of the music streaming site we now know as SoundCloud. And did you ever experience early SoundCloud?
Yeah. That's where you were finding just random Lil Wayne songs on SoundCloud.
You were.
Like they weren't on YouTube yet or something, or a lot of it had to do with like licensing too, like if copyright or whatever. But yeah, there was a lot of rappers that came from SoundCloud era.
I like to describe early SoundCloud before it became all like, because have you seen SoundCloud nowadays?
I not too recently.
It's all like behind a paywall and it's all like restricted. It's like worse than Spotify.
Yeah.
I like to think as early SoundCloud as like a predecessor to LimeWire. The LimeWire days were crazy. And so you would get a lot of those, a lot of re-uploads to music. It was like, here's Drake's Hotline Bling, but it's recorded over it's recorded with the phone. And so that's how you got, I guess, free streaming, because at that time you still had to buy everything through iTunes if you wanted to own it and stuff, Yeah. And especially the underground, it was birthed and bred there in SoundCloud. And so like you mentioned, Matt, there was a huge wave of artists that went through the SoundCloud era, which we not so originally named the SoundCloud rappers, and David was a part of them. People like X, Little Uzi, Little Peep, all those people that came out. He saw them from an early stage to them becoming mainstream, and that was like just so validating for him. At this point in the timeline, Matt, we're approaching the end of 2016. Not that you would know any of this, because I haven't given you a sense of time of the timeline.
Yeah, okay, finally.
And it's at this time where David starts to spend more time on the internet, and he comes back to a site that originally brought him to the underground, Reddit. Now, do you remember Reddit early on too?
Yeah, for the most part.
It was not as, I guess, monitored as it is now.
No, it wasn't as mainstream either.
Yes, and at the time, the Reddit 50-50 challenge was what was going around. Do you remember that?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know.
Well, basically, the 50-50 challenge would be you would get two links in a post. Mm-hmm. It'd say either this is a picture of cotton candy or this is a man masturbating. Oh, no, you would get one link. And so you would have to click on the link, and it would just pop up whatever. You didn't know. It was 50-50. Yeah, it was a 50-50. And so it was really popular around, it had to be like 2015, 2016. There was like YouTube videos and everything about it. I know you were a little bit older, so just but David came across one of these, and at the age of 14, he saw a cartel beheading video.
Classic.
And he liked it. How could someone do that? He asked himself. And he honestly wanted to see more. But Reddit only had so much. Or better described, it just had the same videos and pictures over again, because Why wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you repost, try to get likes or whatever. And that's when he got a hold of the infamous site LiveLeak.
Classic. It's still up, right?
No.
No?
So just a brief history lesson for those that didn't experience LiveLeak. It was a British website that would nowadays be categorized as a gore site, but it was initially developed as a citizens journal site to capture citizen journalism.
Yeah.
Because at the time that it launched around 2007, London was experiencing a huge wave of journalistic propaganda and censorship. So LiveLink was just someone's answer to that.
Yeah.
And with their method of upload anything and no restriction, the site quickly became the hub of all things disgusting.
Yeah.
And it actually hit the mainstream when the filmed assassination of Saddam Hussein was uploaded in 2007. That's when everybody was like, what the fuck is this LiveLink?
Yeah.
And it was just, whenever you wanted to see people die, anything, it was LiveLeak.
Yep. I think that's where we saw 3 guys, 1 hammer, or 2 guys, 1 hammer.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, that was crazy. It was just about these guys. They were killing people that they were coming across, and they were uploading it to the internet. Their first victim was just an old man walking home. They just
With the hammer?
yeah, they just were like, hey, and they were talking to him, and then they just started beating him with the hammer
Yo.
until he was like mush, like his face.
Oh my God.
Yep. And we should do an episode on them. I forgot what they're Russian. I don't want to butcher their name because it's one of those, but
Ivan and Mushkluk.
yeah, it was like the Tchaikovsky brothers or something. I don't know, but they actually went on a killing spree and they killed multiple people gruesomely. But that video was one of the first. I think they had some other ones where they were killing animals.
And they uploaded on LiveLeak?
It was on LiveLeak. That's where I saw it. I don't think they uploaded it. I don't know where they uploaded it, but it got reposted.
It got to there.
Yep.
Of course it was. That was the hub of this.
Yeah.
And actually, the site existed up until, in 2020, there was a brief disability or where the site disabled new members.
Oh.
And it officially closed its doors on May 5th, 2021. And no one knows the reason. It just shut down.
Huh.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
But anyways, back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay, Matt. Around this time, again, we're on the tail end of 2016, going on to 2017. You grew up playing games, right? I would attest to you being more of the gamer of us two.
Yeah, for sure.
There was a big gap between what I call the height of gaming, at least in the modern age, which were the Call of Duty Halo days, in my opinion, where it was just like hop on the Xbox Live chat,
Yeah.
And then I would attest to those being the golden ages.
For sure. They were the underground ages too, because at that time games weren't obviously they weren't as mainstream.
No.
So if you were an avid gamer, it still was very niche.
Yeah.
So yeah. But that was the golden era that they say. The games, the quality of games, the
quality of games, and it was just like this sensation of like you're gonna go home and all your friends are playing the game. Mm-hmm. Like it was just a different feeling of like everybody was playing. I don't know if it goes back to World of War, but for sure Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, like those were the games that everybody was playing, and you always had somebody to play it with.
Yep.
And I think you can maybe attest to this, that there was a big gap where not all your friends were playing the same game,
Yeah.
Up until when? Do you know when there was a resurgence of gaming? At least in the mainstream level, because I know you're gonna be like, gaming never left.
No, but I can understand that it was underground for sure. But Fortnite.
Yes.
Exactly.
Because on September 26, 2017,
damn,
a battle royale mode to the indie game Fortnite was released and took the world by storm. Mm-hmm. And by 2018, Matt, it became the most viewed and streamed game since March 17th of 2009.
Oh shit.
Which marked the release of Minecraft. Again, another popular game, but
Yeah.
that was the most sold game ever.
Yeah.
And Fortnite beat that record.
Beat that, yeah. Yeah, no, those early Fortnite days, I can't explain it.
It was,
like you said, it was
lightning in a bottle.
It was another one of those eras that everyone was just on. Everyone was on. You always had someone to play with, and it was such a pure. The game was so pure the first year it came out because the building mechanic, the game just wasn't at its sweatiest. Everyone sucked.
Yes.
And because everyone sucked, that's what made it fun.
Yes.
We used to hop on, and if we only got one win on the night, that was a success.
That was it.
3-4 hours in, we're like, we finally won.
No,
I can go
seriously.
to bed now, you know?
Literally.
But we were playing like 12.
Oh no.
13
yeah.
hours. Yeah, it was crazy.
And it wasn't even about, well, I can't attest to you, but to me, it was like I felt like a child again because it had been years since I was able to play with my friends in that sense. It wasn't even about the game itself. Sure, the game was fun, but it was just that we were all playing.
Yes.
It had been years since we all just hopped on a party chat and just talked for, like you said, 6, 8, 10 hours.
And it was just so popular.
Yeah.
We were watching people play it. We were like streamers. It was just everywhere.
Oh, no, it was. And as we recall, the early days of the internet belonged to the music discovery on YouTube for David. So it came to no surprise, Matt, that after years of playing Fortnite, the previous David Burke YouTube channel was now rebranded to the Fortnite Montage Clips channel under the new name Ant. And to his surprise, Matt, it worked. People watched. It wasn't no overnight success, but at the time, there was a market for Fortnite montages.
Mm-hmm.
And David kept uploading. 5 views turned into 10. 10 views turned into 20. 20 jumped to 60. And then it went back down to 40. Mm-hmm. As it usually does.
I know that all too well.
But before you know it, you have a couple of hundred people watching and waiting for your uploads. And with that, you have successfully captured an audience. Which is what he did. And then he went pro, competing in various FNCS tournaments, which are the official esports tournaments held by Epic Games themselves.
Oh, shit.
David kept grinding. He was even part of some smaller esports groups from time to time. I know that there was a statement set out from one of them, but I think that with everything going on, and we're going to get to it, but I think people are starting to like want to distance themselves from anything David related, because even Face Clan, right?
Yeah,
he was like an honorary member.
Yeah. Now
he can't be. You can't find him on his page. Also, another thing, when I first, there's so many things that, because this has been, I've been doing research for a minute. When I was first researching, another thing that I forgot was Crunchyroll did an exclusive interview with David because he loved anime.
Yeah. And
he wanted to tell his story from the love of anime and how that inspired his persona and his music and everything.
Yeah.
And it was up there. You know, I had it as one of my tabs open, right? Mm-hmm. And so when I was rewriting the script and everything, because of all the new things that have come out, I've had to rewrite my script a handful of times. When I went back to go look at it, now the website is on the 404. It doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, shit.
I think people are wiping a lot of shit. And it's going to be a while until they resurface, you know?
Yeah, of course. It's just all PR.
No, exactly. All was good, Matt. Up until the good old YouTube copyright system came banging on the door. See, up until this point, whatever music David was listening to was the music in the background of his montages. So after a year of daily copyright claims and disputes, David said, fuck it. Matt, back in 2015, the music coming out from SoundCloud, as we discussed, was subpar, just to say the least. I mean, it wasn't bad. Not all of it. But, you know, at this time around 2015, we all generally were accustomed to what good music sounds like, good production. production and stuff like that, you know? So if someone that's not in those scenes, in the underground scenes, accustomed to SoundCloud, if you were to listen to those things, you'd be like, what the fuck is this shit?
Shit's trash.
No, seriously. But David was part of the underground scene, funny enough. So with that in mind, he asked himself, if I was listening to self-made music back in the day, back in 2015, what is stopping me from making it right now? And so, Matt, with an old iPhone and some earphones, is that what they're called? Headphones? Earbuds? To his name, David searched how to make music at home with a phone. With help of a handful of YouTube tutorials, David created his first song, Runaway. At this time, David had discovered various rock indie artists, such as the Arctic Monkeys and The Neighborhood. So it's safe to say that his first song was that. Just a shitty copy of whatever music you were listening to. Because of course it is. Anytime you try to start doing something,
you're taking pieces of what influence you have.
Yes.
And trying to replicate what works until you find your own little niche.
Exactly.
Right.
Because on January 8th, 2022, that's when it changed, Matt. The Ant channel uploaded a new montage video, but something was different. See, previously you would be greeted to funny moments in gameplay alongside either a Juice WRLD or a Post Malone song, but this one was different. It was weird. It was slow. And that's because Matt David instead chose to insert his newest song that officially released, called You and I, as the background song to his montage clip. 1 month later, he did the same. He released a YouTube video and his song in the background, and alongside discovered a new formula. From this point on, Matt oh my God. From this point on, Matt, his montage videos kind of became the marketing to his new obsession.
Which is funny how that works.
Seriously.
He made the songs just so he can market, just so he could push out his YouTube, so his content, but then it reversed. And his songs were actually just being pushed by the content.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's weird.
And it wasn't because people started to enjoy the songs.
Yeah. Probably more than the clips, right?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
They were. Because at this point, Matt, we're like in the midst of the 2020s. I mean, it's 2022. So, around that era, funny enough, like we just mentioned, good production in music was not what people were into. Like if you remember, TikTok made it very apparent for bedroom pop to have not even a resurgence, it just exploded.
Yeah.
Indie artists were making music in their bedrooms, and of course you're not going to have studio level quality.
Yeah.
So that became the norm. It went so far as to people in the mainstream were purposely making their things sound shittier to appease to the algorithm and all that stuff.
Crowd, yeah. And that's a lot due to COVID too, right?
No, yeah, that's exactly right. Because everybody was at home.
Yeah, that's the bedroom pop, right?
Yes,
that exploded during COVID.
During COVID,
there was that COVID was. You can. I've heard people say that COVID was like that Renaissance time of creativity, because people had so much time on their hands. Some of the best content came out of that era.
It did,
because you had nothing else to do.
Careers were made out of COVID, you know? Well, Matt, like we discussed, bedroom pop was the phenomenon that exploded all over TikTok, and then TikTok dictated what music was popular. And so David, he weirdly became the guy that released a song at the right time. Because on July 20th, 2022, Romantic Homicide was the song that literally put David on the charts.
Yeah.
The bedroom indie rock anthem became popular when a handful of TikTok stars started to use their songs for like their own little montages describing about how sad and lonely and depressed they are. I can only describe it as like young teenagers thinking that they're saying some deep shit when it's just like things that we all kind of live. Like the subreddit, I'm 14 and I'm deep. type things. That's the best way I can describe it. But
Yeah.
it didn't matter if it was like cringy or not because people were using the audio. Like
Yeah.
it was a thing that it was a cringy thing that people were doing. The audio became hot, and as you know, the hot audios are what gets your videos popping.
Mm-hmm. Like everyone, it's just like a freaking hamster wheel. It's just the song's trending, so the more it's trending, the more people are using it because it's trending because they want their videos to be pushed out. But
Exactly.
all that does is push out the song more.
Exactly.
So it's just this, yeah, it's crazy.
Exactly. And like I mentioned, cringy or not, Romantic Homicide was the dominating sound of TikTok. And when the streaming numbers kept climbing and climbing, it was only a matter of time before the labels came knocking. By September 2022, Interscope Records had signed David, and the once independently released Romantic Homicide was now re-released under the Interscope umbrella, alongside all of his previous hit songs. So they basically took a look at him being like...
And remastered them.
Yes. Mm-hmm. All of his songs that had any inch of success, they re-released them. Mm-hmm. And they re-released them under 2 separate EPs. So basically, they broke it down. It's like we're going to take, let's say, just for the example, he had 4 hit songs, right? 2 are going to go in this EP, 2 are going to go in the next one.
Which is a standard marketing tactic just to spread out the amount of... You're going to listen to the rest of the songs just to listen to those 2, and vice versa.
With the single Romantic Homicide climbing up to number 8 on the Spotify charts and even crossing the number 33 mark on the Billboard Hot 100.
Damn.
David had officially made his first hit. But like we mentioned, it was backed up by 2 EPs because his other hit, Here With Me, was leading his second respected EP. So Romantic Homicide was leading the first, Here With Me was on to the second. And just like that, Matthew, on December 13th, 2022, just about 3 months after he was signed?
Yeah.
SZA announces her SOS tour. Damn. And guess who is the leading opener alongside the tour? Not just one leg of the tour, the entire tour.
Fuck. D4vd.
Yes. And yet we don't stop there because singles like Where'd It Go Wrong and Feel It, which was featured on the Invincible series.
Which one's that one?
What?
Feel It.
Yeah. You feel it?
Yeah.
It's good.
They're good songs. They're good songs. I didn't know who he was. I knew the songs. I heard them. I probably used audio, but I didn't know who he was, you know? Again, hopping on the trend. I'm trying to use him to push my stuff, but all I'm really doing is pushing his stuff.
Yes.
It's a scam.
Yeah.
A little bit.
And with actions like that, it only furthered David's staying power. Because it was hit after hit after hit. He was no one hit wonder. Mm-hmm. With him even receiving a Kali Uchis feature on his debut studio album that released this year, which, man, look, one thing, in my opinion, one thing is to perform at Coachella, right? I don't think performing at Coachella has the same amount of prestige as it did. You know, it's still a big thing for an artist.
It's cool, yeah.
So, let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of an artist debuting, not even debuting, starting their album rollout at Coachella?
No.
Exactly. I'm sure it's happened, but it's only the tippity top of artists that can do that. So I say this because for him to roll out his studio album at Coachella means that he had to have so much fucking backing from the label to even make this shit happen. Like, I need you guys to understand, Interscope was all in on David.
Yeah.
Because he was making them fucking money.
Stupid money.
On August 5th of this year, David officially began his first solo headlining tour. He had done little tours,
opening acts, whatever.
Yeah, like opening for SZA and even for his EPs. He did little shows every now and then, but he was never the headliner.
Yeah.
This was a headlining world tour.
World tour.
World
That's
tour.
Crazy. Not even the United States.
World tour.
That's insane. You'd be a fool to just throw that away.
Oh yeah, you have to be idiotic.
Yeah, you'd have to be a psychopath killer or something.
And up until this point, it was a really successful tour. Like, he was selling out every single venue that he went. He actually came here August 6th.
Oh, shit, yeah.
So this was the second show in the tour. He started in Houston, his hometown.
Okay.
And then came to Arizona, went to Vegas and everything.
Where do you perform at here?
The Van Buren.
Oh, shit.
The Van Buren.
Yeah.
It was a smaller one because I don't know. I think I've noticed that whenever artists come here the first time, it's like those venues that they choose to go to kind of just test the waters.
Yeah, because that maybe the market, they don't know how they're going to be here.
Exactly.
If you fucking go to the Cardinal Stadium and you
only
yeah, it's too. I don't think anybody's who's been at the Cardinal Stadium.
Well, it's only a handful of people. Morgan Wallen.
Damn.
Kendrick and SZA.
Uh-huh.
The Weeknd.
Uh-huh. I can't.
You know, people that because
did Post Malone sell out?
Oh, Post Malone.
Okay.
Did we ever talk about that on the podcast?
I think we did.
Yeah.
I think we mentioned it.
Damn.
Yeah, because we talked about the guys that he went out with.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. Could you imagine being that guy? I feel like I said the same thing in
we
that
said
podcast.
that. Could you imagine that shit's been nuts? We could have been there. Hey. Oh my god.
What? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I just had to be. My leg had to be broken. Which leads us to the part of the story that most of us, unfortunately, are all too familiar with. On September 8th, 2025, while David was wrapping up his North American leg of his Withered tour, Withered being the name of his album, I just want you guys to understand this was actually a world tour. He was finishing up the Northern American leg of his tour. He was about to fucking... Police came across a decomposing corpse stuffed in the trunk of a Tesla. Police first came to the scene because the employees of the Hollywood tow lot had reported an unbearable smell that seemed to be coming from the vehicle. And once they arrived, it was only a matter of time before they found what was hidden inside.
Oh, shit.
Now, you would think that finding a decomposing corpse is a headline in itself.
Yeah.
But we did just spend around... 20 minutes giving a backstory to the man who was registered to the Tesla in which the body was found. David Anthony Burke was the name police linked to the vehicle. And the strangest thing, Matt, was that he wasn't even there. He was nowhere near the area. As a matter of fact, like we've discussed, one day prior, he had just performed a show in Wisconsin. And was on the way to Minnesota for his next one. Okay. Only 2 dates away from wrapping up the North American leg of his tour.
Okay. Yeah.
So if this would have happened just a week, like, ahead, or if it would have been delayed a week, this story would have been a little different.
Yeah, it would have got really interesting depending. He might have just cooperated in general still, but, like, who knows? You're out the country when this happens.
Litigation and everything would have been crazy because then they have to.
Yeah.
Because then the label was already like so much involved with the whole PR thing up until this point. We're gonna get to it, but like, Jesus Christ, that would have been an interesting
little element.
Yeah. When this story first broke out, the narrative of how could it possibly be David? He's literally on tour. Was making its way across the internet, with David himself even cooperating with authorities to get to the bottom of this. That's why the narrative was building, because it's like, why would an innocent person be cooperating? So early on, that was the story. That is when the internet does its thing, and with help of the authorities, finally, so the body was found, but it was chopped up.
Yeah, and a lot of people didn't know that at first.
No, they didn't.
I don't know if that was initially reported. That the body, it wasn't just a body, it was dismembered.
Yeah. So it was really hard for authorities to be like, who is this?
Yeah.
That's until they did like their thing, the DNA things, and it came back that it was an individual. And when the internet found out who the individual was, well, the tables quickly turned. On April 4th, 2024, an official missing persons report was filed by the Lake Elsinore Police Department for a 13-year-old girl last seen in the area, wearing a black hoodie, gray sweatpants, and what they described as Hello Kitty sandals. So it's at this point where I'm going to address, I'm only going to be using the first name of the victim, because at the end of the day, she was a victim. And also she was a minor. She was the daughter. You know, I think some respect is due to there. And I think I'm only sharing her name for context reasons. That way we know who we're talking about. I'm sure the internet, and if you guys are watching this, you've already heard the name. But just for our sakes, we're just going to go off of first name basis. With the last week of me researching and writing this script, Matt, more and more information has come up, but nothing has come officially from the authorities. The only action they've properly done was the raiding of the home in which David was renting, and they raided it under a blood evidence warrant.
Sheesh.
So they had at least something to go.
They have enough basis to come and he's a suspect.
Yeah.
Even if they're not saying it.
Well, yeah, they have an official. You know the tagline that I keep seeing is that David is not a suspect officially.
Oh yeah. I saw a couple of days ago there was something going around TikTok where it was saying that they have officially confirmed he's innocent. Yeah. But like obviously that's a misleading headline, you know, because there's not been an official report.
Yeah, there's not. And then some, like, we don't know, like, sometimes maybe they don't say things to, like, not get someone off of their scent.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because if the public knows, then David knows.
Yeah.
So if the public is like, oh my God, David's number one suspect, the police said, now he's going to start moving different.
Exactly. And especially with the online detective work that's going on, it's making it really murky. Mm-hmm. No, but what raised an eyebrow, Matt, was that during the house raid, they didn't leave empty-handed. They came back with evidence bags. Forensics teams.
Oh shit.
Came. Yeah. They were seen on the site, and they had quite a bit of things. As of this past week, David is no longer cooperating with authorities. So that same sentiment of him just wanting to get to the bottom of this, now he's just gone dark. He's pleading the fifth and just letting them do the investigation. Yeah. And another thing that had just come out within the past 3 days, TMZ broke this. So David's manager was the owner of the house in which David was renting.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. 3 days ago, a cleanup crew, a cleanup team was seen in the house.
Huh. But they already raided it. But for some reason, they're taking all the furniture out and doing a deep clean of the house. Interesting.
It's interesting. I don't know if they're allowed to do that.
I mean, it's not a crime scene
anymore. Or it wasn't a crime scene.
And they already did their sweep, so you had your chance to get whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you might have missed something, it's going to be gone by the time you get back.
Yeah. No, that was the most recent thing that TMZ broke out. Matt, the David Reddit page had officially turned into the central hub for the internet detectives to start to piece things together. And not to mention the countless of TikToks breaking every single instance of these two and linking every single story that they posted, person in the background that had any resemblance to the victim, David's clothes. They were seen wearing matching clothes and things. Yeah. Anything that linked both David and Celeste's footprints. Speaking about her footprints, it was noted earlier this week that her official missing persons report was not the first time that she had in fact run away. TMZ broke the news and reported CCTV footage dated back to March 19th, 2024, when you can see and identify Celeste walking down the street before disappearing as she turned the corner. Multiple police reports were given, one after each incident, as we've noted that it happened multiple times, with the last incident being on July of the same year. Matt, the July runaway incident marked the third time she had officially ran away, And her family thought that that time was for good because she wasn't found until January of the following year.
Shit.
Being this year.
Okay.
So she disappeared July of last year and went an extensive amount of time before they found her.
It's fucking terrifying. Like, just as a family member, that's terrifying.
She was found roaming around in Hollywood when the
Ossifer.
She was found roaming around in Hollywood when an officer noticed a child, that was on a missing persons report and effectively brought her back to her family. Again, this entire story was broken by TMZ, so I don't know how much credit you guys give to TMZ. I'm just saying...
We're just saying the facts.
Yeah. But I don't think they're entirely uncredible because we have another source. A quote-unquote previous teacher, Matt, of Celeste, on September 19th, 2025. A video was posted on TikTok in which an alleged former teacher was discussing the case. He was discussing the dangers of talking to strangers, of being online and, giving away your information and stuff, and claimed that Celeste was a former student of his. But it goes deeper. The teacher states that in the duration of him teaching her, she would often talk about this dude that she met online and how he had recently become a big-time rapper in LA. And after a runaway incident that ended up with her being found in Hollywood, she was brought back. The teacher is saying the same exact things that were reported previously.
Literally.
On TMZ. She then started to show up at school again, obviously after being brought up. Not only that, Matt, but it was during this period where she was actively sharing the story and any details that her classmates would ask to her classmates right up until her final disappearance in May of 2025, which was when we thought the first missing persons case was. So let me break down the time because I know that was all over the place. Celeste, our victim, runs away one time being caught on CCTV footage. There's two separate instances that weren't captured on camera. They were just reported. One instance leads to her being gone for an extensive amount of time, found on January of this year. She comes back January. She's sharing all these details about her and her artist, rapper friend or whatever, the relationship that they have with her and her classmates and anyone. And then she goes missing one last time.
I thought I saw something recently that they confirmed that she wasn't pregnant. Also,
I didn't see that.
I don't know how credible it is, but I did see something that they finally determined that she wasn't pregnant. So that was Xing the motive the theories that everyone was saying.
There's so many things. I just saw something that her death was quote unquote audited as an overdose. So he had nothing to do with it. But then you're like,
why is she chopped up?
Yeah, exactly.
There's like body parts and you're like, overdose.
No, seriously. And it's like you just don't know what to believe in. Which
she chopped herself up before she overdosed.
It was the marijuana cutter.
It's making the frogs gay.
It's
making the frogs gay.
Matt, let's talk about the Discord.
Sorry.
Because he did have a Discord. As if everything that we presented wasn't damning enough. We haven't even touched on what is probably the more interesting and disturbing side of things. Matt, do you remember last episode where you were discussing a missing persons case?
Yeah.
Missing girl's case where she was walking down the road and nobody stopped to check.
A couple
on her.
people witnessed it, but no one really did anything. Yeah,
anything, and how it maybe could have been prevented.
Yeah.
This is not. This is quite literally that, and it's only through the Discord that we've discovering how bad the situation actually was, because it was basically an open secret within the Discord community themselves that David had a relationship with a person that was maybe not the age that either she or David was saying. Mm-hmm. They kind of teased about it.
Yeah.
And also teased about how she was his little runaway girlfriend or whatever. So they knew.
Sheesh. Yeah.
They knew.
How'd she end up in that fucking trunk is what I want to know. I just don't get it. Even if it's like you said, if it's being ruled as an overdose. How she can end up in the trunk? Them damn Teslas.
They also are discussed as their relationship going back as far as 2022. If we follow that timeline, Matt, this puts at Celeste at a generous 12 years of age.
Jesus. Yeah.
And David, who is now making music and playing Fortnite to promote his music at just the age of 17, either right before or a little after his... No, it had to be before because of what we're about to discuss. Matt, would you believe me if I were to tell you that we haven't even gone to the weirdest part?
No.
Oh, well, you're going to be surprised because we haven't even touched on David's alter ego. Did you know he had an alter ego?
No.
Because of course he has an alter ego.
Yeah, of course, right? He's edgy.
Yeah, he was inspired by Hunter x Hunter and Demon Slayer, the animes, to kind of curate his inner demon,
whatever,
and create this alter ego, which he names ITAMI.
ITAMI-san.
The murderous alter ego, as David describes, goes by the name ITAMI, which is literally the Japanese translation of pain. Because of course it is.
Of course it is.
You'd be surprised to know that David credits ITAMI as the man behind the song Romantic Homicide. He's actually the one that came up with it. Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
Interesting.
And also, ITAMI and David aren't just like... They have a visual separation. Mm-hmm. They're different people. David is just himself.
Just D4vd.
ITAMI wears a blindfold and is bloodied. He has blood splattered on him at all times. I don't know why he doesn't take a shower.
Yeah.
You would think, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever been covered in something?
Maybe he wants to take a blood shower. Maybe that blood is his shower. Because he's nothing but pain.
I think you're understanding the character on a deep level.
I'm 14 and I'm deep.
Exactly. Or he was deep in a... Never mind. I'm not.
David might have been deep in 14. That might be an accurate statement. Angel, you're on to something. Jesus Christ.
And this is where things take a weird turn. As I've mentioned, ITAMI is credited to be the man behind Romantic Homicide, and that only comes to life in the music video, as he is very much present while singing about his dreaded loneliness and his desire to love someone in ways that they can't understand or ever love back, and it leads to the killing of love itself. The music video is kind of weird.
The music video is a little strange.
Yeah, but that's not even the strangest part, because the official video is coincidentally released on the 12th birthday of Celeste. So, again, let's take it back to the timeline. The Discord server claimed that their relationship began in 2022.
Yeah.
And this is where I mentioned that it was generous for us to put Celeste at 12 years of age, because on her 12th birthday, he releases this song.
Yeah.
It's a bitch.
Which is about 2-3 years ago?
From now, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, again, it's you start to question, did he meet her when she was 11 and he was 17? Like that, this just becomes a weird thing, like you trying to figure it out, but the only thing you know that it's wrong.
Yeah, at this stage it's wrong. The 17 and 11 thing is still wrong, but somehow I'm sure there's some type of way it's allowed, maybe because of that.
Oh, that's no, you're right. What
right?
What are those shits called?
The Romeo and
Romeo and Juliet laws.
Yeah. So depending on the state, 17, as long as under the 18, right? It's still bad, but that's what I don't know.
Bro, I haven't even thought about that possibility.
And correct me. I may be wrong. So I'm not very knowledgeable in underage dating. So don't blame me here. But I thought it was. I've always understood that you technically can date anyone. It's when you're having sexual encounters with these individuals where it's illegal. It's not illegal to date a 14-year-old girl because you're just dating. That's just your girlfriend. It's the implications that come with it. It's semantics, I think. I think that's how it goes.
Yo, that word, yeah.
Yeah, right?
I think you might be right, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. Because I think that happens a lot. Also, I think a lot has to do with the parents. Because if, let's just say you had a daughter who's 15 dating a 20-year-old, if you are aware of it and you're okay with it, who's going to sue? Like, who's going to legally take action? Unless you're a freaking megastar, then maybe the state, or maybe there might be legal. But, like, on a grounded civilian level, it happens all the time because the families may be okay it. So there's all these little things that come into play depending on your state, depending on your age, depending on the rules. All these little things that are just little bypasses. Lord. Where it gets illegal is when you start sharing pictures of these people, where you start having sexual relationships with these people. That's where it gets illegal, I think.
Matt, if you just gave a blueprint for the lawyers of David to follow.
They're like, write that down, write that down. Right, what did he say? Actually, Larry, write that down. Let's check that. How come nobody checked that? How do we let that slide? You're welcome, David. If you get out of this motherfucker, you better. Could you imagine
a video of us plays in the court hearing? It's just your dumbass.
Can you imagine our next interview, David? Oh shit! I don't even think
would you sell out to that?
Nah, not to Dave, not to that.
No,
I'd sell out. But
who would you sell out to?
Depends. What do you mean by sell out?
Like someone that you know is wrong, but we're gonna get a buttload of money to have them on and basically rebrand them. Yeah. It's a PR thing.
Shit.
Like what's his face? The Hi Sisters. You know who that guy?
No.
It's not Charlie Sheen. It's James Charles.
Oh.
You know James Charles?
Yeah.
How he was doing the podcast tour and everything. And I'm sure there was some exchange there.
Yeah.
Who would you sell out to?
I don't know. Now that I think about it, I have no idea. Diddy?
Would you do it for Diddy?
If Diddy was like interview me after my 4-year sentence.
Yeah. And he's like, you're gonna ask me these questions. Yeah. And this is how it's gonna look like. When we get a buttload of money, would you okay that?
Yeah. I'm just calling it right now, guys. Like, yes. Yes. Everything's too expensive, all right? I bought 3 items at Walmart. It was $37.
I believe that.
Yeah. So I'm tired of this.
If you go through self-checkout, you can do it for $5.
Actually, yeah. You can get everything for free if you bring a gun.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is that it's half and half. You as a security guard, I think you've experienced it. There's like a lot of people that do stop their stealing, but most of them don't. You know?
Yeah.
Is Walmart different? Can Walmart stop you?
Yeah, they don't. They have a completely different set of procedures than Target does. Because they will fight you. Like they're okay with taking the lawsuit. They have the money to put towards that. Like even if they wrongfully stop you, Walmart's one of the richest corporations in the world. So when I was at Target, we did have meetings that talked about obviously how different Walmart is from us. Ours was more on a PR side. We didn't have Target was hurting a little bit. They're bleeding a little bit. They did not have the money to go spend $100 million on a lawsuit for your wrongfully, stopping somebody. Walmart's a little different though. Yeah, they don't give a fuck. And they prosecute on everything. Target, $50 limit, $100 limit, 3 times you have to do it, and then we build a case. No, Walmart will. You steal $10 worth, they'll try to prosecute you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I've just gotten lucky.
Yeah, the more you know. If you're gonna, don't steal. But if you're gonna steal, Target's the place to go. Don't steal.
You think you think anything has changed?
Nah, not too much. No? I'm sure little minute details, because the last time I was there, when I first started, the limit to where they could stop you at the doors was 100, and when I had got there, it dropped to 50. Or like before I left, it had just dropped to 50.
Oh.
So who knows? Maybe 40. Maybe it could be whatever. It just depends. It just depends on the climate and everything.
So theoretically, if I were to go tell a guy, hey, I want to buy a PS4, he brings it out, and I'm just like, oh, thank you, and I just walk out the front door.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
You could. they're gonna hit the mic, so you're not gonna have a lot of time to get to the front door before someone knows. But you could still walk out.
Don't give a play. Don't give him a play-by-play. By the way,
the only thing that sucks, the only thing that's the gamble is that you could probably get away with it once or twice walking out like that. But there's so many variables. Like you might just be the most unlucky one, and there's a cop in the parking lot while you're doing it. You know. But if there's not anything like that going on, I've had people. I think like two winters ago when we were doing like seasonal stuff, we had like a board of like TVs that we were selling that they put in a specific open aisle that were not locked up for customer convenience. And they even had it, like the store director, he was like they knew that they were going to lose some of these TVs potentially. Chris just wanted it to be at least no more than 3 on our watch, you know? Like we know someone's gonna grab one and maybe get away with it, but at least if we can limit it, that's a win. So you could do it technically, but you know what's funny? Everyone asked me that as soon as I worked there. Everyone, my brother-in-law, everyone was like, I could just, and they always use the same fucking scenario. They were like,
the one that I just said.
I could just go get a TV and walk out. I'm like, yeah, kinda.
Sure. Not if I'm there.
Some people, yeah, I don't know. We'll get into all those stories. Yeah, but that's what you can do.
We should have a follow-up video to all that.
I've been wanting to make like a TikTok, but like, you know, like, but I don't know how because I don't really want to. I'm not trying to encourage people to steal. You know, I'm not trying to be like, don't do that. I worked at Target and this is what they don't tell you and how you can steal. Like, I think there might be. I don't know. I don't want to do that.
If only we had lawyers.
Well, yeah. That's
you know. Maybe you can be like, this is what I wouldn't do.
Yeah, but like, I don't know what type of video I don't know what I'm trying to inform you about.
I think you can mask it under like parody.
Yeah.
Or like comedy. If you do like a sketch, you're like, hey man, it's just we're SNL over here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We should do that.
I
at my place, I know what you can get away with.
Yeah.
And how.
Yeah. I know.
I can't talk
but you actively work there. Now that I don't work there,
exactly.
I feel like I have interesting little tidbits like I just told you, but I don't know how much that is to like breach their security because it's fucked up. If someone can tell you how to steal, you know, it's
not
rough.
gatekeep it.
I know.
We do it, and then we run an underground of reselling these things.
Heck no, that's a RICO case.
Bro, we'll get a couple years in.
Heck
By the time we got some generational wealth,
you need to get the crackheads to do the dirty work, the heavy lifting. That's what they were doing.
That's what they were doing.
Yeah, Afro.
Yeah, we really need to revisit it. Anyways, we steered off hard on that one. We left off at the 12th birthday of Celeste, right? Mm-hmm. But it gets worse because on February 7th, Matt, just 2.5 years after the release of Romantic Homicide, David, under the ITAMI persona, premieres the One Last Dance music video. Now, are you familiar with the One Last Dance music video?
I don't know. Is that the one I'm thinking it is?
Yeah, it's probably it.
Okay.
It's the one everybody's like,
yeah,
hey yo.
Yeah, the one that's a little too close for comfort to the situation.
I didn't find any direct link with the February 7th date, but I didn't need to. Because the video is the link itself, Matt. ITAMI is the third person, I guess, in this music video. And he has a love interest. And in the music video itself, he basically spends one last afternoon with this significant other before doing the dreadful act of having to kill them for love and stuffing them in the back trunk of a car. And when even when this was released, people were like, okay, I guess, sure, you're deep and you'd kill someone for love. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Now that all this has come out, dude, this shit takes a whole other turn.
It looks just hella bad.
People are speculating that, is this a Tommy character literally just, has he been telling us what he's doing through this character this entire time? Because there is in his lyrics and his music videos, he's gone on record as saying some things that even serial killers say, that she may be able to find love beyond him, but her soul will always be tied to him and her body will be tied to him. Or like if she ever leaves or things like that it's done. He's ending it. You know, and like at the time you're like, okay, you know, I'm 14 and this is deep kind of lyrics.
It's like poetic, deep love, toxic love.
Toxic love, exactly. Yeah. But then you go back and you're like, is he actually just saying what he did? Has he been planning it this entire time? What the fuck are you looking at?
Oh, nothing. Nothing. I'm picturing your words.
In David's most recent podcast interview that he had before all this came out, he described his alter ego Tommy as being the dissecting murderous detective, the man that is rageful and plans everything accordingly and creates beautiful things with the art of chaos. And again, we can only wonder, has he just been wanting to do this entire time and he finally did? Has he just been teasing it through his music, getting away through his music, running a high? And dude, I don't think we are ever going to be able to understand what it is. This kid literally lived his dream. Like, up until this point, it was kind of a somewhat inspiring story.
Yeah, like it was just a rags to riches dream. You know, like he started where everyone else started and he grinded and made it to the top.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's like, damn, if he can do it, you can do it.
I don't think we can ever
murder someone. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, could you imagine how big your ego can get when you think that you're the shit?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And especially, this is where it ties back to the restricted, undeveloped mind. When you go to the other side of that, when your ego hits an all-time high, you're going to go back to that same restricted, undeveloped mind that you had, and then those tendencies that you found in early internet. Like, it all kind of pieces together in a weird way, you know?
And it doesn't help that he is a gore fanatic.
Oh, yeah.
As a gore fanatic myself, it's whatever, right? There's a name for it.
Gorophile.
Is it that what it's called? So it's something like that. I don't know. Glory hole. I don't know what it's called. It's something. But yeah, like just a regular person being into that, you're like, okay, whatever. But so, like, could you imagine 5 years from now, something like this happens? There's a dead body in my trunk, and you're like, oh, well, he did say he liked to watch
gore.
Yeah, chopped up head videos.
Sure.
And they found a chopped up head in his trunk. It just looks weird.
No, you mentioned glory holes, and did you know that porn was banned?
Oh yeah.
Like,
no, not banned. You just have to register.
What do you mean register?
So it wasn't Pornhub. Arizona was one of the states that put in that legislation that you now had to confirm your age to visit Pornhub. So now it was a requirement to make a profile, and in that profile they ask for a picture of your driver's license.
Bruh.
Yes. So it's not the end of the world, but a lot of people don't want to do that, especially if you're watching interracial tranny midget porn. Like, you might not want that attached to your driver's license. Is all we're saying.
Imagine you get pulled over and you're like,
they run a check and it's like ladyboy, Thailand, ladyboy. You're like, huh, that wasn't me. It's like your fucking driver's license is right there, buddy. So, but I think so that's deter. But it was to deter underage teens. That was the goal. Yeah, but it's just one website. There's other websites. You just whatever. Go to Twitter.
No, I read the headline and I was like, huh. So I controlled N, as you do,
incognito mode.
Yeah. And I was like,
and did it tell you?
And then they were like, we're sorry to inform.
There's the message.
There's a message. Yeah. Like, we wish you can watch porn.
We wish you could bust that nut really quick on our site.
But
unfortunately.
But you can't. So please call your legislators.
Yeah. And let them know. I'm calling every day.
That you really want and need this porn.
Sounds like Squidward walking while I'm on the phone.
What is it?
When I'm calling him, and I'm like, change that shit.
I'm running dry here.
You're making me beat off to just imagination. I can't do it anymore.
No, dude, I can never go back to that. I'm too brain rotted.
Got me jacking like a damn pilgrim out here.
Yeah, I guess that's how they would. They would have the pictures.
The Vatican, fun fact, the Vatican has the largest, and the oldest collection of porn throughout history. They have like scrolls of people like.
How do you put porn on a scroll?
Like they just drew it. They just drew porn. Yes.
It's like, hey, let me
yes.
take this.
They're like Chinese scrolls, and they're just like. It's just porn. There's been porn throughout history, but the Vatican has it all. Has all the good stuff.
Damn, you know what's fucked up? Blind people.
Sure.
I'm not gonna finish that sentence, but just use your imagination.
They are.
Yeah, you just wouldn't know.
I would love to know someone who's blind. Like, do they have any imagination? Is it just black? Do they have pictures?
No, they have to. Even
colors, something.
Not color.
They wouldn't. I don't know.
From my understanding of blind people, because for some reason I went through a period where like I was on blind talk.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. They don't see black. They kind of just see in blurs and things like that. So you can see reflections of lights and things like that. But I am interested to see how they think.
Yeah, that is weird.
You know?
Yeah.
But still, fucked up. Anyways, porn aside.
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think about the whole case?
I don't know. I've said it before. All of this evidence does not sound good for him. It just doesn't. But I just don't. On a murder perspective, I just don't think he's dumb enough to put a dead body in his car and then leave his car somewhere for it to get towed.
I would say that he is. He's a kid, dude.
Yeah.
He's a kid, and also, like, there's a lot of variables. Ego, that you can get away with it. And also, I mean, you did mention that, because he also did have a slight obsession with serial killers and stuff.
Yeah.
So you've mentioned that it's almost like they want to get caught. It's like, how far can I push the needle before I bust? I don't, you know?
Yeah.
Who really knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
don't know. Yeah.
I think that either he did it or he has a lot of explaining to do, because there is just, he's in the middle of too much shit.
It just doesn't look good. Yeah.
It's too much for it to be coincidence.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I don't know, but as of right now, it doesn't. We have no clue as to what the verdict is.
We don't, and it's like the investigation has just taken a halt because they're just trying to piece it together. And honestly, by the time that this releases,
we might know.
Yeah, or it can be
knows?
flipped again.
Yeah,
maybe he's dead.
Who knows?
That'd be fucked up, actually.
Yeah.
That honestly, it would be fucked up for the family, because then they would never know what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
I think at the very least, when they deserve to know at least something.
Yeah.
You know.
For sure.
But no, that's all I got for the developing case, and yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep you guys updated with anything else we find post this episode.
Mm-hmm.
But like we said, by the time this comes out, maybe something new develops. Whew, okay, so to finish it up, one last thing. Have you heard? Are you keeping up with the interstellar object 3I Atlas?
Is it that shit we saw the other day?
That was just a rocket. That's a rocket. No,
that was scary as hell.
Yeah, it was just a rocket. It was a SpaceX rocket.
No.
Okay, so 3I Atlas, really quick. Its name stems from the fact that it is the third interstellar object that we have recorded coming into our solar system from outside of our solar system. Right? The second one, I don't remember what the first one was, but the second one was the Oumuamua, and it was just this big chunk of comet that was like passing in our solar system and left. Now 3I Atlas is the newest one in this, but this one's very interesting, and I've been kind of keeping updated with that too. This thing is long. I think they said it's like 7 miles long, or it's definitely it's a huge. It might even be bigger than that, but it's a freaking super long interstellar, I guess, comet. They're labeling it as a comet, but it's not behaving like a natural comet that we know of. Now, like I said, it did come.
Does it look mysterious and suspicious?
We don't. Yeah, he looks a little.
Oh, is he shy?
Yeah, he's
a shy comet.
Yeah. It is shy because we don't have too many clear pictures of it. As of actually a couple of days ago, a YouTuber who has his own telescope was able to get one picture of it, and it looks very interesting. But prior to that, we have little pictures of it. You know how they are. It's like little dots and stuff, and it's just... But we don't have any clear images of it. This thing is traveling through space at 130,000 miles per hour. It's just hurling through our freaking solar system.
Dude, what if we're at the end of Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah.
And that's Thanos' ship.
Yeah.
You said that shit was long.
Yeah. Yep.
That's fucked
And
up.
it's not so this object is not bound by the sun's gravity, which is why it's able to cut through our solar system. And it's cutting through at a very unusual way. A lot of people say that it was on a crash course towards Earth. There's a lot of headlines going around misleading, right? They're like, oh my God, this thing is barreling towards Earth, which isn't necessarily true. The closest it's going to get to us is sometime in November. It's going to be close to Mars. It's going to be like 60 million light years away or something. Something stupid.
It better not be before my birthday. I'm going to be fucking mad.
Yeah. But around this time when it gets to about it said September, it was going to pop into our radar or into our sight.
Yeah.
But it's going to hide behind the sun for most of its travel until it gets out of our solar system, which is just very interesting. Now, two quick things. One thing that makes it really interesting is I made a video about this last week. It's not acting like a normal comet. They're labeling it as a comet, but it started producing a green glow to it. Now, a lot of comets do this, but it's not doing it with the same chemicals that normal comets do it with. There's like a lack of iodine, or there's a lack of something that usually needs to be present in order for these gases to emit from the comet. But this comet doesn't have that, and it's still emitting this green glow. And not only that, usually comets only emit the glow from the back end. It's the ice and debris and all the chemicals falling off of the comet. This one, it's all the way through the comet. So from the head to the tail, it's emitting this. It's shedding this green dust. Now the conspiracy theories are saying, "Oh my God! Well, this thing is flying, right? This is a propulsion system, right?" We don't know that, but we do know it's acting weird, and it's a different color. It's not supposed to be green. I think that color is supposed to be bluish, whitish, and it's green for some reason. A couple of days ago, it was confirmed that the sun did this weird solar flare when the thing got close to it. When 3i Atlas kind of was passing by the sun, it looks like it absorbed some solar energy from the sun, which is just really weird. The sun just had a solar flare, and they think that it might have mixed with this thing.
So you're telling me that a big metal rod is flying through a space, and it just sucked the sun as it was coming by
It
of its energy,
boost or something.
its energy.
Yeah, and it's actually just really weird. We don't know what it is fully. Now they do think it's a comet, right? But there are people that think it's something else. Just the line of trajectory it's on, the odds are very, 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 very small for it to be on that specific path. It's just not acting like a natural thing. And the fact that it came out of our solar system, there's all types of theories. They think it came out of a wormhole that got shot out this way. We're actually in a black hole, like our solar system, so we don't know how black holes work outside of our solar system.
Well, doesn't it get like sucked?
We think so, but I don't know.
Only one way to find out.
Only one way to find out. Throw someone in there. See what happens.
Yeah.
They say you get like spaghetti-fied if you were to go in a black hole. I don't know how that works. They said it would just tear you apart.
Time and space is quite literally pulling you apart.
You turn into string, apparently.
Mm.
So the latest thing that I saw was the YouTuber that took a picture of it, and it looks weird. It definitely looks hella weird. It looks more like a triangle than anything. It's just weird. It's just getting weirder. But I did want to see if you heard anything about that.
No, I haven't.
I've been keeping up with it because it's just a very weird interstellar object.
I don't keep in touch in much things outside of my vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
So space is just like
yeah, that's a little too far. That's a little too far.
Yeah.
So no, just be on the lookout for that. I'll keep you guys updated because it is getting kind of weird. It's gonna disappear for a little bit. It's just so convenient that the closest it's gonna be to us, it's hiding behind the sun. Seems on purpose a little bit.
Quick question: if we were offered to be the first podcast on the moon, would you take it?
Like we'd have to be like we'd have to do the whole
the whole spiel.
No, because no, I couldn't.
Why not?
I couldn't do it.
Why not?
I couldn't do it. I could barely be in a different city without getting anxiety because I don't know where I'm at. Could you imagine if I'm standing on the goddamn moon and everyone I've ever known in existence, I'm looking at them over there? You're telling me I'm not gonna have a panic attack? I'll just take my helmet off and die. I'm dead. Just float away.
That'd be a great clip.
I'd have you just Spartan kick me so I could just float off into fucking space.
You turn into the next comment.
What if that comment's like the end times, like what took out the dinosaurs?
Oh, don't say that.
What if it's just time? What if there's always just something? The universe is like, all right, let's just throw a rock. It's getting kind of crazy here. Before GTA 6, that's crazy.
We were a little bit off of the Rapture.
Maybe that is the Rapture.
God damn it.
Yeah.
That's so crazy that we started the episode talking about the Rapture. Now we're here. God damn it.
Yep. So,
well, have fun having anxiety for the rest of the day, guys.
But that's all I got for 3i Atlas. Is it aliens? I don't know.
Well, weren't they confirmed a couple of months ago?
What?
Aliens?
Unidentified objects have been confirmed.
Which
could be anything. They're just unidentified. So we don't know. But kind of. It's just all this legal mumbo jumbo. They're saying stuff without really saying stuff. They are saying. I think they are saying that they're aware of the possibility of beings outside of our. I don't know. I don't trust anything. Why are they saying this stuff? Release the Epstein files. That's what I want to know. I want to know if DT's in there. He is in there. I want to know how much. Donald Trump.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, he's in there.
100%.
He's in there for sure.
Like so many people.
No, he's in there. So, but we'll keep you posted.
I don't think they're not being released because of him. I think because of everybody else that's in there.
I'm sure he's a big reason why they're not. That would look so horrible. If there was any crime of him in there, he's our president. It just makes our whole judicial system look bad. So even if people,
can it get much worse than it already is?
Yes, it can. It could be pedophile. Like the whole pedophile allegations would just crumble our government. We would have to start from scratch. Like we would have to strip all of these people because if he's implicated, it just goes further. And I don't think he's the most important one on there. He just happens to be the president. Like he was on that list regardless if he became president or not. He was already there. Like, you know?
Speaking about that, you know he never intended to actually be president.
No, there was an interview where he made fun of the Republicans.
Yeah.
He said he would actually run because they're the stupidest.
Yeah, so the only reason why he ran in 2016 was to get promotion for a show.
Yeah.
He's like, well, we're going to get all the Republicans, the right-wing people, and then they're going to come over. And then the shit started fucking working. And then he's like...
South Park made a good episode about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's honestly quite hilarious. Yeah. But anyways, guys, that's all we have for you today. Stay safe. Don't talk to strangers on the internet. Look up at the sky, see, if we're not going to die or whatever.
Yep.
And yeah, the rapture may be coming, but it's probably not. Anyways,
No, it's not.
hug your loved ones. Goodbye. See you in the next one.